Okay.
Okay, I think maybe we should start. So let's start
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with a brief introduction because some of them
All
are
right.
new.
Sure. So, hi guys, good evening. Welcome to Control All Fit. So, we host fitness sessions in various corporates, and this is for Nagaro. We host every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 o'clock in the evening. In the last few sessions, we did a bit of cardio and strength training, which is very light and doable for people who otherwise are new to fitness or are not very regular into fitness, are working people. So today we will be concentrating on a bit of cardio, HIIT strength, a bit of it, maybe 10 minutes or so, and then we will be talking about few mobility drills. All right, so that is how the whole session will be today. And mobility drills, why? Basically concentrating on correct posture. And most of you, some of you must be experiencing some backaches, neck pains by the kind of lifestyle you have, like you will be sitting in front of your laptops throughout the day. And, while we are working from home, we all are mostly sitting. So sitting and looking at mobile phones or looking at laptop screens. So there are posture issues. So we will be taking those posture issues as well, and few mobility drills, very easy to do, which you can do at your home or on even on your desk. All right. So let's get started with a bit of exercises and then we move to mobility drills. Let's switch on our cameras, everyone. Stand, switch on your cameras and start walking on the spot. Just walk on the spot, everyone.
Yeah, please don't shy away. We need the cameras. If the
Yeah.
cameras are on, we can see how your movements are, and if there are any correction required, we'll do that as well.
Now start jogging slightly. From walk, move to jog. So when you jog, you're on your toes. Light jog. Just be there. Move your arms along. Yes, good. Okay, now we will be doing some joint rotations, starting with our arms. So keep your legs shoulder width apart, knees are soft, chest is out. Start rotating your arms in complete full circle. Big circles. Rotate your arms. Alright, reverse. Now from out, bring it in and down. Out, in and down. Yes. Big circles. Alright, relax. Now rotate your neck side to side, left side, right side. Keep rotating it. Slightly give it a press as you go on one side. Okay. Rotate side to side as in touching your ears to your shoulders. Rotate your neck. Touch your ears to your shoulders. Okay. Neck up and down. Okay. Complete neck rotation. One circle clockwise and one anti-clockwise. Okay, relax. Now move your hands forward and swing your body side to side. Easy swings, just let your body flow freely, side to side. Yes, turn as much as possible. Just let it flow freely. Move your arms, yes. Okay, relax. Legs shoulder width apart, hands on your waist, rotate your trunk in complete full circles. Alright, reverse. Now make a bigger circle in anti-clockwise direction. Alright, wonderful. Now join your legs, fold your knees and rotate. Reverse. Alright. Now rotate your foot from the ankles. Don't move the entire leg. Only your foot moves in a circular motion from the ankles. Reverse. Okay, change. Move your foot in circular motions. Reverse. Okay, now rotate your wrist. Just fold your wrist in circles like this. Just watch it. And reverse. Okay, start jogging on the spot again. Just keep moving on the spot. Okay, now we will be doing 3 movements and we do 2 rounds of that. The first round is walking jacks. So you walk side to side, moving your arms up and down. Do it with me. Let's do it 10 times side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, start walking or jogging again on the spot, 10 seconds. Okay, now we step from side to side and curl our leg. Just watch it. So you step on the side, curl your leg. Step on the other side and curl. It looks like this from the front, curl, curl. Alright, yes. Let's keep that going. 1, fold your leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, jog on the spot. Keep jogging. Okay, the next movement will be your side to side twist. Watch it how. Legs are shoulder width apart, knees are soft, hands by your side. And move your body side to side in a slight jump. Let's do that. Be on your toes. It's a very light jump. Let's do that 10 on each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, start jogging. Start jogging, yes. Okay, let's do second round now. In this, we will be doing jumping jacks instead of walking jacks. Okay, so we will be doing this movement, a slight jump. Okay, if you're not comfortable jumping, you can still move in a step side to side. Okay, I'll be counting 10. Let's go for it. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Walk or jog on the spot. Rest. Catch your breath. Okay. The next exercise is your butt kicks side to side. So this is your walking butt kicks or leg curl as we call it. What we will be doing in the second round is butt kicks while jogging like that. Okay, so you need to run and try hitting your heels against your butts. Just watch it. This is the movement that you are going to do. Okay, let's do it 10 on each. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, jog, walk, relax. Keep moving, keep moving. Okay, the next movement is your twist side to side. Make sure you keep your knees soft, chest is out, back is straight. Okay, let's start 10 on each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, relax. Walk, walk, relax. If you want to have a sip of water, you can have that as well. we will be doing 3 more exercises and 3 more rounds for some other exercise, okay? That will also require some strength and conditioning and HIIT. For right now, if you want to have a sip of water, you can have 30 seconds rest. Okay, keep walking, no sitting. Yes, walk, jog, whatever, but no sitting. Okay. Alright. Now, the next 3 movements, we are going to learn few punches and kicks. Very light, only one punch, one type of punch and one type of kick. And we will be doing 3 movements. Okay? So let's move to the first movement, which is your front punch. Now, how do we punch? You don't need to be an athlete to punch. You don't need to be a boxer to punch. We are going to do this as an exercise, okay? So first clench your fist like this with your thumbs out, okay? And slightly rotate your wrist inward. Not like this, slightly inward, not out, okay? Like this, okay? Now watch how are we going to do it. Let me just slightly tilt my camera angle. We are here. Take your punch on the side, punch, back, okay? This is a slow motion of a punch. I want you to do slightly side punch, not exactly in front. Slightly twist on the side and punch. Okay? Yes. Now, in the workout, how are we going to do it? Just watch it. Punch and back. Punch and back. You know, faster. Okay? Yes, very good. Neha, you're doing good. Okay, let's try hitting 5 punches on each side with me. Okay? With your full force. Start. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. Good, good. Relax, relax. Relax your arms like that. Just shake your hands like that. Okay. Now let's move to the kick part. Now kick, we will be doing front kicks. And watch how.
Mehek,
Yes.
I'm really sorry for interrupting. Is it possible that we can record the session?
Yeah, Mahika, we are recording the session. We'll share the link with you.
Great, okay.
Alright?
Really
Sure. No problems. Okay. Now, in the kick, first keep your legs shoulder width apart. Knees are soft. Okay? Never in any workout lock your knees unless otherwise I tell you to. Chest out, back straight, shoulders roll back. Now, lift your leg up, kick, back and down. Watch it again. Don't practice, just watch it. Alright? Watch it from the side now. Raise up, kick, back, down. Raise up, kick, back, down. Okay? Now in the workout, how are we going to do it? How are we going to kick faster? Raise up, kick, and down. Kick, and down. Don't make the mistake of kicking and bringing it down like this. You need to kick, bring it back, and then keep it down. Okay? Let's practice 5 kicks on each leg. Start. 1, 1, 2, 2, yes. 3, full force. 3, 4, 4. Last one. 5, 5. Okay, relax, relax. Now, the next movement, we are going to combine the kick and the punch. Okay? And how are we going to do it? So, we say 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? Yes? So, 2 punches, 2 kicks make up 1. Alright? Yes? And then we do 5 of these. With me, let's try it. Punch, punch, kick, kick. Okay. Punch, punch, kick, kick. Punch, punch, kick, kick. Punch, punch, kick, kick. Last one. Punch, punch, kick, kick. Wonderful. Good. Relax. We'll be doing 2 more rounds of this. Alright? So these are very basic kicks and punches used as strength cardio exercises. We are not doing martial arts, but they are kind of mixed martial arts used as a functional strength training. Okay, let's get ready. Again, legs shoulder width apart, knees soft, stomach engaged, chest out, back straight. Punches, we are going to do now 10 punches on each side. Okay, let's get ready with me. Start. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, only punches. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Okay, wonderful. Wow. Now only the kicks. Alright, we will be doing 10 kicks on each side. Let's get going. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, kick harder. 10. Okay, relax, walk. Alright, now let's combine kicks and punches. We will be doing 5 counts in total as we have 2 movements here. So, we will be punching twice and kicking twice. That will make up your 1 count. We will be doing 5 of these. Okay, let's get ready. Start. Punch, kick. Punch, kick. Punch, kick. Punch, kick. Last one. Punch, kick. Okay, well done. Walk. One more round. Now in this last round, we will try to limit our rest period and reduce our count. Okay, so we will be doing 5 punches, 5 kicks on each side, 5 punches on each side, 5 kicks on each side, and then combining the punches and kicks in one go. No resting in between. Ready? Let's go for it. Okay, now the punches. Alright, with me. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now punch, kick. Let's start. Punch, kick. Punch, kick. Punch, kick. Punch, kick. Punch, kick. Let's do one last. Punch, kick. Wonderful. Clap for yourself, guys. Well done. Relax yourself, walk around, have a sip of water if you wish to. We will be taking a 30 seconds breather here. Okay. Alright, so feeling good, energetic, yes? Good.
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Now, we will be moving to mobility drills. So, we will be talking about neck mobility, your shoulder mobility, your thoracic spine mobility, which is your upper spine, your lumbar spine, and your hip mobility. Okay, we will be doing very few basic exercises for that. Okay, which you can do while you are sitting on your desk. So mostly we suffer the problem of our neck pains. Okay, and let's come closer, or maybe you want to sit, you can even sit in the neck exercises. Just watch how are we going to do it, and then we practice it. Everybody with me, we will be doing it. We will be doing neck glides first. Now what are glides? First, keep your chest out, back straight, everyone. Don't stoop, chest out, back straight. Now take your neck on one side like this. Not like this. Yes, even if it goes an inch. Yes, let's keep doing it. Everyone,
Yeah,
just
so
try it.
don't bend it. You don't have to bend your neck. You have to glide it on the side. Glide on one side and the other side. Yes,
Yes.
Surrender, you're doing it right.
Yes, try. Even if you are going just this much, that's fine. Okay, try to reach as farther as possible with your neck. Okay, relax. Now bring your neck in front and press it back. So watch it from the side. We are here. Bring your neck in front, take it back. Front, back. Front, back. Again, keep doing it. 2-3 times more. Front, back. Okay. Relax. Now we are going to make a neck circle by using the glide movements. Just watch it. So begin with your side gliders. Side, then front, then side and back. Okay. Just do it slow so that there is full range of motion of your neck. Yes. So one circle clockwise, then move it like this. Bring it in front. Take it on the side. Take it back. Again, take it on the side, move in front. Yes. One last time on each side. First take it on the side, bring it in front. Then take it on the side and back. Reverse, side, front, side and back. Relax, relax. Okay, so this is a very basic neck movement. Apart from this, you can do your neck rotation, which we just did side to side. Be very careful. Don't impose any jerk on your neck while you're doing this, and keep your eyes open. Okay, and keep breathing. In no point you should hold your breath when you're doing your neck exercises. All right. So, and you can also do a full rotation of neck like that. Just practice it, though we have already done this movement. Just practice it once. Full neck rotation. Keep your eyes open. Keep breathing. Keep your eyes open. Okay. Relax. Let's move to the next movement. Now we come to shoulders. In shoulders, we will be doing elbow gliders against a wall. So you must be having a wall in your room. Just let me show you what we are going to do. So that's my wall. Now stand like this against the wall. Okay, hands, both the hands up. Now as you stand, your entire neck, shoulder, back should be pressed against the wall. There should be no gap. For this, slightly tilt your pelvis forward. Okay, no gap, like this. Okay, now keep pressing your arms, take your arms up. Keep pressing your elbows, bring them down. Press your arms up. Arms should not leave the wall. Keep looking straight. Yes. Keep pressing it down. And up. Both the arms together. Down. And up. Let's do it once more. Down.
Your arms
And
will be
up.
continuously touching the wall. Okay, don't take it away from the wall.
Yes,
should be
your
closer to the wall.
entire arm should be touching the wall. So people who have posture issues, this is a very good exercise which you can do. So what you have to do is do it 10 times and do 3 sets. It will go a long way in correcting your hunched back. So we often sit on our seats, and what happens is our shoulders start drooping forward and there is a hunch in the back. This movement corrects that hunch. Do it 10 times right now, everyone. Okay, relax. Let's move to the next movement now. In the next movement, we have shoulder internal rotation. And how are we going to do it? There are 2 ways of doing it. The first one is take both the hands and touch your elbows like that. Are we able to do it? Is everybody able to do this movement? Touch your elbows like that. If you are able to do, try joining your hands. Try joining your hands and keep pressing your palms together. Press your palms together. Okay. Now let's move to the next part. If you are able to do it, let's move to the next part. Now in this, take one hand like this up as possible. Bring the other hand from top and try to hold both the hands together. While you are doing this, keep your neck straight. Neck should be straight, chest out. Don't look here and there. Yes, very good. Hold it, keep holding it, yes. If you are not able to hold it, you can hold your t-shirt also like that. Not an issue. Slowly and slowly, as your mobility increases, you will be able to hold your hands. Okay, relax. One by one, leave your hand. Now rotate the other hand internally like this. Take it as high as possible, adjust it like this. Now from here, bring your hand on the upper side and fold. Stay there. Yes.
Do it
Keep your
slowly, no
chest
jerk.
out.
No jerk, please. Take it slowly.
Yes. Keep your neck straight, chest out. Hold it, hold it. Okay, slowly bring one hand down and then bring the other hand down. Relax. Okay, so this also movement you can practice maybe once, maybe 2-3 times if you feel any stiffness around your shoulders. But make sure your body is warmed up before you do it. Okay, now a very useful and interesting movement we are going to do is a downward dog. I would want you to have any desk in your room, or wall will also do. I have this desk which I am going to use. So, place your arms on the desk, slightly move back. Okay, it can be a wall also. Now from here, bend down. So fold your knees, bend down from your upper body like that, creating that curve in your spine. Got it? Yes. Let's practice that. You can even keep your knees straight if you want, but depending on your flexibility, you should ideally bend your knees and let your spine stretch as much as possible. Okay, relax. We'll do it once more. Just relax yourself. Come back up. Let's do it once more. Yes, so Mandeep, don't fold your arms. Watch it. So my arms are straight, my knees are folded, and I'm bending down from my upper body as much as possible. So this wave is created. If you bend your elbows, what will happen is you will be able to go down, but you will not be able to stretch your shoulders as much. So keep your elbows soft and straight and try to go down from your upper spine as much as possible. Okay, relax, relax. Okay. Walk a bit, then we move to the next movement. Okay, now we come to lumbar spine or mid spine as we call it. There are two movements. One is the open book, and how are we going to do it? If you have a provision of lying down, you can lie down and do it. Otherwise, I'll show you the standing pose as well. So those of you who haven't, I think everybody is working from home, so you can use the floor in your room and lie down. You don't need a mat for that. You don't need anything for that. Just watch. So you lie down like this. Body straight in one line. Lie down, everyone. Lie down, easy. Lie down like this. Okay. Now fold one leg like this. Fold one leg. Yeah, just the way we sleep usually. Now bring your hand on the inside. Take it on the outside and turn. Turn as much as you can. Again, fold it on the inside. Turn out as much as you can. Let's keep doing that. Those of you who don't want to lie down, how are you going to do it? You will be doing while standing. So, place one foot down like this. We are in this pose. And from here, twist on one side, come back and twist on the other side and come back. Both the movements are quite similar. So if you don't want to lie down, just keep doing this. Turn on one side, come back, turn on the other side, come back. Do it 5 times on each side. Yes, turn fully. So when you are turning, just don't do this. You need to turn from your torso completely and come back. Turn from your torso completely, come back. Yes. Those who are lying down will change your side. So lie down like this now. Open your book and close it. Open and close. Yes. Let's keep doing it 5 counts on each side. If you are done, you can get up and take a walk. Okay, yes. Okay. All right. Let's move to the next mobility movement. Again, we will be looking at our lower back. All right. We all have lower back issues. So how are we going to correct it? So generally there are two reasons. There are many reasons depending on the individual. But generally speaking, if our legs are stiff, our hips are stiff, we might feel a stiffness in our lower back, or sitting for longer hours like that or hunching our back might lead to lower back stiffness. Okay. So let's have one movement which really helps you stretch your lower back and relieve minor ache and pains you might have. So what we are going to do is sit down first on your heels. Sit down, everyone. Yes, on your heels. Chest out, back straight. Okay, so whenever you feel slight stiffness in your lower back, just walk for maybe 10-15 minutes and then you can do this stretch. Go down as much as you can without lifting off your hips from your heels. Try stretching your body in front as much as possible. Okay, now from here, turn towards one side, make a clock. And then turn towards the other side, make a clock. Again turn, keep turning yourself while you're bending down like that. Keep turning. Then on the other side. Okay, now this time when you come in front, lift off your hips, and lift up in the mountain pose. Lift up in the mountain. Yes, stay there for maybe 5 seconds or so and then drop down in the cobra pose. Look up. Look up. Okay, again go back in the child pose. So this is called a child pose, the first pose. Okay, come forward, go up in the mountain, drop down in the cobra. Look up. Okay, we will do it once more. Go back in the child. Sit on your heels. Come forward. Go up in the mountain. Knees absolutely straight while you are in the mountain. And now drop down in the cobra. Look up. Okay, now sit back in the child pose once again. Alright. Now there is a very easy stretch, easy movement for the spine. This is called tail wagging. And how are we going to do it? You are here. Slightly tilt your body forward, lift off your legs. And from here, swing your legs side to side. Let's try it. Yes, slightly move your body, swing your legs side to side. This is called tail wagging. Very useful in relieving any stiffness in your lower back. Okay, relax. For once, get up and take a walk before we do the next movement. Okay. The next movement we are going to do hip mobility. Like I said that usually back pains are related to our stiffness in our hips, in our legs. So we will be doing hip rotations and some hip mobility drills. And also when we are sitting for longer duration, what happens is that we say that बहुत देर तक बैठ लिया बहुत stiffness हो रही है. So what is the reason of this stiffness? That we sit in a longer hours at one place. So our hip flexors, this part of the body becomes very stiff. Okay, and we are not able to move the leg here. We are not able to lift it. We are not able to take it back. Okay. So now we will be doing some hip rotations. Very easy movements. With me, we will be doing. Legs shoulder width apart, chest out, back straight, hands on your waist, knees soft. Okay. Now lift your leg, bring it out and down. We'll do it alternate, lift it up, out and down. Keep your body as stable as possible. Don't move your body, only your legs move. Keep doing that. Yes, up, out and down. Yes. Carry on. Very good. One more time on both the sides. Okay, shake your legs. Alright, now we are going to do the reverse. Now from out, bring it in and down. Out, in, down. Out, in, down. Yes. Keep doing that. We'll do it 3 more times on each leg. Out, in, down, out, in, down. Yes. One last time. Out, in, down, out, in, down. Relax. Shake your legs. Okay. Now what to do about the hip flexor stiffness? Okay. We have stiffness here. That is why people who are not very active try to walk, they experience a lot of leg pains. Okay. So how to get rid of that? We will be stretching our hip flexors by being in a deep lunge pose. Just watch it and do it with me. Stand with your legs shoulder width apart, knees soft. Take one leg back as possible. Keep taking it back as much as you can, as deep as possible. Let's pulse 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay there. Stay. Now, drop your back leg knee down on the floor. Yes. Feeling a stretch here? Yes. Now, from here, fold your leg. Fold your leg and try to hold it with your hands and press. If you're not able to hold it, that's fine. Just be here. If you are able to hold it, keep pressing it against your body. Okay, relax. Slowly come back up. Shake your legs. We are going to repeat the same on the other side. Stand with your legs shoulder width apart. Take one leg back as possible. Go as deep as possible. Make sure your back leg is right now soft and straight. Only your front leg is bent. Move your body forward. And now let's pulse 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay there. Back leg drop on the from the knee on the floor. Lift the leg up and try to hold it and keep pressing it. Try to hold it and press it. If not possible, then just be here. Okay, slowly come back up. Shake your legs. Okay. Alright. The next movement that we are going to do is your pigeon pose, as we call it. It's a very useful pose in bringing out any stiffness in your hips, in your glutes, and in your inner part of your thighs. Okay. So let's see, but make sure whenever you are doing this movement, your body is warmed up. So if you feel stiffness, first walk for 15 minutes in your room or maybe around in your house if you can go out. Okay. Then do all these movements. Just don't get up from the bed and start doing it. Okay. Now, let me just slightly tilt my camera angle so that you can have a better view. With me, we will be doing it. Now from here, stand with your legs shoulder width apart. Take one leg back just the way we did. Bend down as much. Hands on the floor. Hands on the floor, everyone. Yes. Be in this pose. We will be doing it with me. Now from here, fold the leg down like this. Fold the leg down. And go down on this leg as much as possible. Let me show you a side view while you are doing this. So the movement looks like this. So my leg is here and you bend down as much as possible. Stay there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Now slowly come up. First bring your leg in the center and then take your leg up and release. Don't just drop the pose there only. Okay. Let's repeat on the other side. Take one leg back. Go down as much as possible. Hands on the floor. Now from here, fold this leg in front. Fold the leg in front. Yes. And drop your body down. Drop your body down. You will feel a stretch in the inner part of your thighs. Yes. Go down. Okay, slowly come back up. Now bring your leg in the center. Bring the other leg back and walk. Walk. Okay. Now let's do some shoulder stretches as well. We are done with our mobility drill. So very normal shoulder stretches which you can do daily. Fold one arm on the top of the other like this. Press the elbow and look towards the opposite side. Okay, come back. Let's repeat. On the other side, fold the arm, pull from the elbow, look towards the opposite side. Okay, come back. Now fold the arm, press the elbow back. Yes, relax. Now again fold the arm, press the elbow back. Okay, relax. And another very important spine stretch which you can do daily whenever you feel any stiffness. Lift yourself up, be on your toes and walk 10 to 15 steps around in your room while you are on your toes. So walking on toes, elongating your spine like that really helps you to release any stiffness. Okay, relax. Now slightly jog, shake your arms, shake your legs. Okay, and we are good to go. So we are through with our mobility drills and our strength and conditioning workout. So now we will be discussing any particular aches and pains you have or any experience that you might want to share. That how what is your daily routine and how you deal with aches and pains otherwise, or you want to discuss any postural issues that you might have. Any questions, please shoot us.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
You were telling one exercise like when we need to do something like this. So what is happening that I'm able to do it from my from with the right hand. When I'm using my right hand, I'm not able to do that. But when I'm using my left hand, I'm easily able to do that. What would be the reason? Is it some kind of weakness in some hand or something
So,
like that, or it
Nitin,
is?
that is by default for everybody. Everybody will be comfortable on one side and not on the other side. That's standard.
Okay. Okay.
I'm,
Got it.
I'm, I'm I'm sure you raised this point, but most of us must have faced this. Until you do a lot of practice, then you can be comfortable with both. But since you are not doing it on a regular basis, so it happens that in one side it is more comfortable, other side it is very difficult.
Okay. Okay.
And there are
Thank
many
you.
reasons for that. One of the reasons is that somebody is the right-handed person, left-handed person. Most of the activities are done with the one hand, right?
Yeah. I got it now. Earlier, I used to think like that. Why my left hand is weak or something? Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Actually, I want to know that even I'm regular in my exercise, but in certain times I'm not able to get rid of the fat on the lower abdominal or on sides. That is the pretty difficult part to get rid of the fat. But on the all over in the body, it is. I mean, with the workout which I'm following or anything of that sort. I mean, whatever you are also suggesting, that is also helping. But the fat on the lower abdominal as well as on sides is pretty difficult to get rid of.
Yeah. So for it is gender-based thing. So for males, stomach is the last area from where the fat will go. So you know that overall fat percentage in a human body is something which needs to be calculated. So for you, I see that yes, and this is a very common thing. So I tell you why the fat from abs doesn't go or stomach doesn't go. Number one, it is primarily so there are two types of fat. One is subcutaneous fat, and another is visceral fat. Visceral fat is the inside fat which is there to protect our organs. It is very difficult to get rid of this subcutaneous fat. So with males, what happens is, let's say if you start cutting down on your fat, you will see that your face is going down. You will see your shoulders, chest, everything is going down. Your legs will become leaner, but stomach will be still there, or maybe it is not losing fat as it should have. Okay, not in the same ratio as the other body parts. So that is something which is a kind of we are born with that. All the males. Okay, with females it is opposite. With females it is stomach as well as the lower body. their lower body is heavier, and even whatever they try, their legs and thighs are, it's very difficult to get it. So my suggestion for you, you will need to, first of all, you will need to avoid, if you are having any kind of alcohol, that actually leads to stomach fat. Okay, so if you cut down on alcohol, that will help. Second, if you build on more muscle mass, that will also help in improving your metabolism and also improving your stomach, fat around your stomach. Doing a lot of abdominal exercises does not help. It helps to a certain extent by mobilizing the fat, but it does not help in that way. That, so I've seen people going to gym and doing crunches and leg raises.
Same
Uh,
for me.
yeah, so it does not help, because the science behind this is that human body, there is no way of getting rid of fat from any particular area. If you lose fat, you lose it from overall body. Okay, so it is not your story, Manish. It's everybody's story. What you need to follow is, you need to follow a very strict diet, restricting your carbs, especially during the night. You need to restrict your alcohol as well as smoke. If you're doing that, that will help you and build more muscle. So it is more related to your diet, not with the exercise. A simple formula is that whatever we are eating, let's say if we are having we talk about BMR, which is basal metabolic rate, and total daily energy expenditure. So let's say you are consuming 1000 calories in a day and your total expenditure of energy is 900. That means you are adding on your weight. But if you are consuming lesser calories than your consumption, then definitely you are losing fat. But yes, stomach will go at the last. So these three things, if you follow, you will
How
certainly
to
do.
identify that if I am I mean the BMR and all those other factors, how to identify that in day-to-day life?
So in day-to-day life, you don't need to do that. What you need to do is do one calculation at one go. Just do that calculation and ascertain, because what's your height?
I'm 5'11".
5'11". 5'11".
5'11".
Okay, that's what my guess was. So according to me, your BMR should be somewhere close to 1500 or 1500 calories. Okay, if you are very, very regular in activities, then somewhere close to 2000 calories is something which you should be consuming in order to suffice your requirement. If you want to cut down, you can cut down anywhere between 300 to 500 calories per day. Okay, and also make sure that when you're eating, you eat good food, whole food, not the food which is readily available or frozen ones. Have good amount of vegetables in your diet and protein as per your body weight. So if you're 80 kgs, then have about at least 80 grams of protein in a day, spread across your meals throughout the day.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, Anubha this side. I have a question, like any tips for skinny people or underweight people, because I'm very skinny and I'm underweight, so it's very hard for me, to gain weight because I'm unable to eat that much, the thing what people suggest me to eat that much. Why can't you eat that much? But I just simply I can't eat that much, so I don't know how to, increase weight or.
Yeah. So Anubha, two things. I mean, probably you are pretty active, doing a lot of things and not eating that many calories. That is one thing. Second, very important thing, which is genetics. We cannot change genetics. If your mother, father, or in your genes, if people are
Both are
thinner,
healthy people. I really don't know what's the reason.
yeah, if they are thin, then that's going to affect you. But yes, I'm saying that you cannot change it drastically, but yes, you can change it to a certain extent by adding more protein to your diet, adding good nutrition-rich food to your diet, plus do some strength training, weight training, resistance training. That will be very, very helpful to you. And I would say, don't focus on gaining weight, focus on gaining muscle. Okay,
Okay.
that is going to help you. You will age gracefully, first of all. Second, it will help you like in doing certain activities. You will not feel fatigue if you have more muscle. So focus on gaining muscles, and a combination of at least whatever is your body weight, try to have that much of protein, that grams protein per day. Okay, and also try to have strength training is very important. Combination of having good amount of protein and strength training, weight training, resistance training is going to make a lot of difference in your life. your appearance and your.
Okay. Thank you.
So
Hello.
Anupma, we often have misconceptions that people who are thin, they don't need to exercise. So this is a very common misconception, especially in women.
I
But you
agree.
know, as you age, you will realize that your body will become weaker if you will not exercise. So exercise doesn't mean that blindly just hitting the treadmill or doing so much of workout that you're tired. So, like Balvinder said, concentrate on strength training and increasing your protein diet. That will go in the long run, it will help you.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Since I'm vegetarian, is there any particular kind of food combination that I should, focus upon?
Yeah, so for vegetarians, Anubha, there is a challenge that they cannot have good amount of protein. So they have to eat a lot to get that kind of protein. But still, there are high protein diets which you can have, include protein, paneer, tofu, soya, almonds, and all that in your diet. And if you are okay, you can also go for some supplements. I always suggest whey protein. Okay,
Okay.
concentrate whey protein, or if you want to go for plant based, then you can go for pea protein or plant based protein. I think try that for 3 to 4 months. There is no harm. It is beneficial, and it will solve your problem of not able to eat too much, because one scoop will give you 25 to 30 grams of protein,
Okay.
and that solves 50% of your problem.
Okay. Is there any way that I can connect separately for, more discussion if it's possible?
Yes, I think there must be some way you can talk to Mahika about it, and
Hmm.
we can find out some way to interact.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Saibjot.
Sanju.
Hi. I'll just switch on my camera also.
Hmm.
Yes. So I started feeling hungry at around 11 in the night. 11 and 30, I start feeling very hungry. Though I eat my dinner at around 9, still I feel very hungry at that time, and I started eating biscuits and anything. And in the morning, I'm not able to digest that properly.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what type of things that I should include in my dinner, that I shouldn't be feeling that hungry. And I'm
Yeah.
not that late of a person that's sleeping at 2 in the night. I just sleep around 11:30. Still I'm not able to sleep because of hunger only. I hope so.
Okay. So there are few reasons why you are feeling. First of all, we need to understand hunger is not something which comes from body doesn't demand it. It is more of a habit kind of thing. Okay.
Right.
It is more of a habit. I mean, if you start eating at 9 a.m. in the morning, so every day after a few days you will feel that every day 9 a.m. you are feeling hungry. Okay. But if you change that habit to 11 a.m., then it will change. You will start feeling hungry at 11 a.m. So that is more of a habit than the body demands. Okay. Yes. But how can you fix this problem? I can give you a very quick solution. Number one, you need to watch what you are eating at night. So whatever your dinner is, you need to include some roughage. When I say roughage, I mean some sautéed vegetables or salad to it. Okay, that is one requirement which you need to do. Second, you need to add some good fat to it, maybe butter, maybe olive oil, coconut oil, or something like that, maybe curd or cheese. Okay, so add some good fat to it that will keep you full for longer than normal. Third thing, cut down on the carbohydrates at night. Don't eat roti or eat less roti. Focus more on. So let's say you have chicken at home. If you're a non-vegetarian, or dal, try to eat 2 bowls of dal rather than having 3 rotis. Okay. So if you eat more protein and fat, that will give you a longer satiety, and you will not feel hungry. That is a sure shot solution for this.
Okay. I'll try. I'll try
Yes,
once.
try that. It works.